What if the most popular midsize pickup in America is about to change so much that it stops feeling like the truck we think we know? Not slowly, not slightly, but in a way that could completely reset expectations. Because the next version isn't just a refresh. It might be a rewrite of what a midsize truck is supposed to be. And by the time you finish this, you'll understand why so many truck fans are quietly saying, this one could change everything. You just have one question to answer right now. Is Toyota about to build something too good to compete with? Stay with this because it gets more interesting than you think. Something is happening behind the scenes in the truck world right now. And most people don't even realize it yet. Leaks, design whispers, engineering rumors, all pointing toward one name, a truck that's already legendary, but possibly entering its most aggressive evolution ever. And the strangest part? Nothing is officially confirmed, yet the details floating around feel too specific to ignore. So what exactly is coming? Let's break it down piece by piece. But pay attention, because one detail later completely changes the direction of this entire story. At first glance, the front end is where everything starts to shift. Imagine walking toward a truck and feeling like it looks taller, wider, more serious. The grille isn't just bigger for style. It's more dominant, more squared off, almost like it's designed to intimidate the road ahead. And the headlights? They're not soft anymore. They're sharper, narrower, more focused, almost like the truck is staring instead of just lighting the road. But here's where things get interesting. Why would a truck known for reliability suddenly lean into aggression like this? That's the first clue that something bigger is happening. Because this isn't just about looks. It's about identity, and Toyota may be trying to send a message without saying a word. Now move to the body, and this is where things start feeling different. The silhouette appears slightly larger, not full-size truck large, but enough to notice. The fenders look more pronounced, the shoulders more sculpted. Like the truck has been training, built for strength, not softness. And the side profile? It's no longer just practical. It's designed to look fast even when parked. But here's a question most people won't ask. Why change a formula that already sells so well? That's where the real story begins. Because every design change usually follows a hidden engineering change. And that's where the rumors get even more interesting. There's talk of integrated camera systems, replacing traditional mirror elements in some trims, a full 360-degree awareness system that makes tight trails, city parking, and towing feel almost effortless. But if that's true, it signals something bigger than convenience. It signals automation creeping into one of the most traditional vehicle segments on the planet. And that should make you wonder, how far is too far for a truck like this? Now move to the back, and this is where the design takes another step forward. A wider stance, a tailgate that feels more functional than ever, and a lighting setup that may connect across the rear in a continuous visual line. Almost like the truck is saying, I'm not done evolving yet. But the real story isn't the lights. It's what the bed might be capable of. Because rumors suggest modular systems, slide-in storage setups, adjustable tie-down configurations, and customization built directly into the structure itself. Which leads to a bigger question. Is this still just a truck bed? Or is it becoming a platform? Now hold that thought, because the powertrain discussion is where everything escalates. For years, mid-size trucks lived in a simple world. Power, efficiency, durability, that was enough. But the next generation seems to be rewriting that balance completely. The base engine rumored is a turbocharged 4-cylinder setup, but not like the older ones. This version is expected to be tuned for stronger low-end torque and smoother highway efficiency. Around the range of 300 horsepower is being discussed. But horsepower alone doesn't tell the full story, because torque is what actually moves a truck, and that's where things start feeling more serious. Strong pull from low speeds, better towing response, more confidence on steep climbs. But then comes the unexpected twist. There's talk of an upgraded, naturally aspirated V6 option still being in development discussions, and if it arrives, it could push performance into a completely different category. More power, more response, more traditional driving feel in a world moving toward turbo efficiency. And now you're stuck with a question Toyota fans are already debating. Do you go modern and efficient? Or stay with classic power and smooth delivery? But the biggest shock isn't either of those. It's the hybrid direction. Because instead of being a simple fuel-saving add-on, the hybrid system being discussed could actually enhance performance. Electric assist boosting low-end torque, smarter fuel use on highways, and acceleration that feels more immediate than expected for a truck this size. Which leads to a surprising idea. What if the future of trucks isn't louder engines, but smarter power delivery? And just when you think that's the peak of innovation, there's more. Because off-road capability is still a major focus. And Toyota knows this segment isn't just about city driving. It's about sand, rocks, mud, and everything in between. So expect selectable terrain modes, improved traction systems, stronger suspension tuning for uneven ground, and enhanced stability control that adapts in real time. But here's something to think about. If the truck becomes too smart off-road, does it take away the skill that made off-roading exciting in the first place? That debate is already starting in enthusiast circles. Now let's talk capability. Towing numbers are expected to stay competitive, strong enough to handle boats, trailers, and work equipment without struggle. But the real goal isn't just raw numbers anymore. It's confidence, smooth control under load, stability at highway speeds, less stress for the driver, and that shift tells you something important. This truck isn't just being built for work anymore. It's being built for everything. And that's where things take a major turn. Because pricing rumors place the entry model in the mid-$30,000 range, with higher trims pushing well past $50,000 when fully equipped. And that creates a new reality. This is no longer just a work truck. It's moving into premium territory, which raises a final question before the biggest moment in this story. If a midsize truck becomes this advanced, this comfortable, this powerful, what exactly separates it from larger full-size trucks anymore? Now here comes the turning point. Because all of these rumors together suggest something bigger than a new model. They suggest a category shift, where midsize trucks are no longer the smaller option, but the smarter option, easier to live with, cheaper to run, but packed with technology that once belonged only to luxury vehicles. And if that's true, the entire pickup market could feel it. But there's still one final layer to this story. Timing. Because everything points toward a late-year debut window, followed by dealership arrival not long after. Which means this isn't distant speculation anymore. It's close enough that development decisions are likely already locked in. And that leads to the final build-up. Imagine walking into a dealership a year from now, seeing a truck that looks familiar, but feels completely different the moment you step closer. New design language, smarter systems, more power options, a cabin that feels more like modern tech than mechanical simplicity. And suddenly you realize something strange. The truck didn't just evolve. It moved ahead of expectations. And now the question becomes unavoidable. If this is what the next generation might look like, what comes after this? Because once a vehicle takes a leap like this, there's no going back, only forward. And the next time you see a mid-sized truck on the road, you might not see it the same way again.